Hello. Today I'm going to change the brakes on this Subaru Forester. All brakes are pretty much the same on cars, but on the back brake, handbrake, some of them are automatic handbrakes. Then you need a OBD reader, scanner. But when it's just a handbrake, just put the handbrake down. Anyway, I'm going to show you all that, so keep watching. So I've took this one off. I can show you the other side, taking that off in a minute, but I've hung it up with one of these. These are good things to have. You see, this has got two pistons. This was squeaking, and then so I took the wheel off to check. That's why I was just looking. I didn't really think I was gonna, I thought it might be the back plate until I looked at these. There, you see how much is left on them. These were only replaced less than a year ago. And look at this one, just totally rubbish. So I'm hoping that's the problem with the squeaking. I have got a wheel bearing gone on one of the wheels on this car. I'm hoping to find it while I change them, because I've bought the whole new set of brake shoes for the front and the rear, whichever ones are which, I don't know yet. They look like, well, I don't know, we'll see. But I'm just going to push these back first. Just put you there, not there, but there. I'll probably, let's just check. Yep. See, I don't know why, but that bent round the first time I ever used it. But because it's got two pistons, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that in and try pushing it like that. See if that does the job. Although, yeah, we'll see. We will see. I don't think that bottom one's gonna go in very well. And they're not going the same. I've undone the filler bowl. These ones are just pushing, by the way. You do get, maybe on the back it has to spin back in, but when there's two, usually it's just a push in. That's the experience I've had with them anyway. Okie dokie. choose first. See which one's which. Yeah, let's make them as hard as possible to get out. Well, they're not them, they're the back. "35,000 kilometres guaranteed" according to these. Yeah, you should put some whatever you want on here, but I haven't. Grease, obviously, 4 brakes, heat. Oh, but I haven't got none, so I'm not putting any on. Or 14. 14. Ow. If you need to take off change these, then you need to take this off, which is 2 more bolts. Usually just a bit of WD-40 and a bit of strength takes them off quite easy. That's a caliper bracket I'm talking about, this one. This is a caliper, this is a caliper bracket. Now that brake's on solid, because I've pushed it in all the sides, but it should release itself. We'll see. If not, then we have to have a look. Okay, so they're right. Screwdriver, hook. These brake pads don't look too bad actually. they've still got plenty on them, so I think I'm going to leave them. Yeah, save that ones for another time. But you see how to do it basically. Undo them two. You have to make sure these are going in and out. That one don't seem very good. There you go. Bit of a tap. They should be moving freely. Probably should put some grease on there, but I haven't got none at the moment. Sounds a bit, I'll come back to that. But basically, because as I said, that's got plenty left on it, so I'll leave them. But undo them two bolts. You can take these out as well, which I would be doing if I had some grease to just clean them up. And then they're just clicking simply like that. And then you usually use one of these to push that back in. In fact, I'll do that now just a little bit, just to show how it's done. Oh yeah, I've just remembered. These are, no, I think they're just pushing because they haven't got no, if they've got stuff like that, usually they have to wind back in. Looking at this one, it just pushes back in. So I'll use this one. And I use this rounded one so it fits there better. And then like that, like so. And that goes in there. Okay, and just wind it to where it's supposed to be. Then you just turn this and it pushes the piston back in. Obviously don't need to go too far because I've not changed the pads, but they virtually don't need changing anyway. And then take all that off. And that should just go back nicely on there. The two bolts. Again, if you're changing the discs, you have to take the caliper off. Two bolts, one there and one at the bottom. When you go back to into the car, when you first put the brakes on, press the brake, it will go to the floor or it will feel soft, and then you just pump it a bit and that settles the piston back. And then when you drive the car, it just beds in the new discs, pads, sorry. And that is as simple as that. There's a lot of wood cutting and stuff going on around here. And also make sure you got your handbrake off, so that you can do that with the piston. A lot of cars have this automatic handbrake. If you've got that, there is a way to do it by unscrewing it in the back, but the best option is to have a OBD scanner, and it there's a thing on the better scanners that you can unlock the brakes, the back brakes, so you can change the brakes yourself. Otherwise the brakes get locked on and you can't change the pads, so you need a... So then brakes are good to go for hopefully another, well, the front brakes were for 35,000 kilometres. The second ones, the back ones, have hardly been used, so I've not changed them, but I've got the new ones here for when they finally do need changing, but they've got about the same amount of tread on, so I may as well leave them on. Anyway, that's that done. This is, again, the next video on this car will be the wheel bearing, when I find out which one it is. So thanks for watching, and see you on the next one. Bye for now.